It's moving.
Moving to London was one of the best experiences of my life. It was super stressful at first, but also really exciting throughout the summer to look forward to something so special, such as moving to a whole nother country. Some of the things that I had looked forward to before even arriving in London was just living in a city that I had dreamed of living for so long and experiencing the different things that they have to offer, seeing the different sights, being surrounded by completely different people and different accents, getting accustomed to different cultures and what I'm used to in the city at home, and just enjoying life. And also, and most importantly, getting hands-on experience in film, which is something that I had been wanting to do for so long. These things were what I'd look forward to the most, and I can say that I thoroughly did enjoy them when I did get to London and settle in and begin my new life. Seems really weird saying my new life because I'm the same person, and I'll probably always be, but moving to London definitely made me feel different in the sense of feeling like a more open-minded individual and simply just feeling more confident in myself, which is not something that I particularly struggle with, but something that I definitely don't hate now that I'm back. I felt really independent and self-sufficient when I was in London because I was able to get around by myself in a new city that I had not known prior. Besides my one visit in 2016, I really didn't know how to get around. And I used City Mapper the whole time that I was there, especially going to a new place that I wasn't used to, but I definitely got accustomed to specific routes, like to school and back to school, and got accustomed to a lot of the tubes and where they can take you. So at some point, it really just felt like home because I knew how to get around, I knew where I was going, and I had a place of my own, which, is technically a student accommodation, but it still felt like my own. And I can definitely say that London at some point did become my home away from home. And it's really sad to say that now that I'm not there, knowing that I had to leave early, but my experience in London is something that I'm incredibly grateful for and will not take for granted. And if I could do it all over again, I would, in a heartbeat. I think everyone should be able to get the experience to study abroad. During my time in London, I did a lot of exploring, not just within the city, but obviously I wanted to travel. Didn't get to do much of that because of the situation that came down upon the whole entire world, but before I left, I was able to visit places like Paris, Prague, and Manchester, even though Manchester is still in the UK. Those are the places that I got to go before my time got cut short, sadly. And they were incredibly beautiful and humbling to be in that space and visit. It just made me feel really appreciative of the opportunity that was given to me and incredibly grateful to be able to experience visiting a new place, a new city, especially on the other side of the world, which is not something that I was used to or had done before. I think the last time I had traveled anywhere was actually in 2016. So it had been quite a while. And of course, I did visit beautiful London, and I got to visit and explore the free things that they have to offer, which include the museums. So that includes the British Museum, the National Gallery, Tate Modern, among some other places that I didn't get to visit, but I definitely tried my best to explore the free things. And of course, during winter time, there are specific things such as the winter market in Trafalgar Square, which was a lot of fun to walk around and see all the different things that they have, and eat some yummy churros and some nice hot chocolate. And of course, there's Winter Wonderland, which I think is the infamous festival that they have every year in Hyde Park. And it was a lot of fun to be able to go. They actually have so many roller coasters, it was really surprising. It was a massive, massive festival, but it was a lot of fun. Of course, I also explored things that were close to me, which was Brick Lane, and all the vintage shops and bookstores that they had to offer. I'm such a bookworm, and I was really thoroughly enjoying having those things close to me. And of course, hanging out with friends is something else that I always tried my best to do. I met so many new people that to this day I still keep in contact with, and I'm so grateful to have met these people and have them in my life. And I genuinely really don't know what I would have done without them in London. I probably would have been really sad and alone, but they made my experience so much better. I'm an orator, oracle, my orifice orchestrates movements like conductors of orchestras. Every verse an emporium of orchids and the new blooming of roses. Holding my tongue at this point. Believe so many left in morbidity, speaking life in a simile, simply sampling life through the windows of opportunity, knocking like come and play. A beautiful day outside of that box that you living in, shadow box with the locks with this proctor. I stand proxy for the ones who cannot see the brighter day ahead of them, sitting by as the pendulum percolates to percussion that's pertinent to the rhythm of record. Of course, I also explored Oxford Street, although I tried not to shop that much. It's really hard to be on the street and not shop because it's all there is. But Oxford Street is a fun place to be in if you're in the mood to shop, and also if you're there during the right time so that you don't get trampled by strangers. Like I mentioned earlier, I visited other places and other cities, such as Manchester. During Manchester, I actually went to Tim Hortons for the first time, which is super surprising considering it's a Canadian store, or not store, a Canadian restaurant. And it was really surprising to see that they had one in Manchester, but I took full advantage of going for the first time ever and experiencing my first ever ice cream. And here's the cute little cat that was in my Airbnb. I also explored plenty of museums everywhere that I went. I tried my best to explore the museums and the sites. So in Paris, I visited the Louvre, and in Manchester, I visited the Manchester Museum and a local art gallery that they had, just like I visited all the museums that were free in London. And later on, you'll see in Prague, I visit Prague Castle and the cathedral that they have, and I did some exploring. And here I am getting my 5th tattoo, which holds a very special place in my heart because it's of London and my journey from home to London, as you can see. And it is by far my favorite tattoo. And here is my time in Prague. It's incredibly beautiful, and I would love to visit these places over and over and over again, just to see the sights again and again and again. All in all, my journey studying abroad was incredible and something that I wish so many people get to experience, because it really did make me a better person, a more well-rounded person, and a more knowledgeable person when it comes to different things, even my area of study, mainly my area of study, but of course also just of different cultures and religions. And I mean, I have an embedded map of London in my head now, so I think if I ever went back, I'd be able to find my way pretty well. But studying abroad was definitely incredible, and I'm grateful to have a better understanding of what goes into film, the film process, the film shooting, and all of those things, and having experienced different roles within production, as well as meeting friends from different places and different backgrounds and different religions, and hearing their experiences and their stories and just taking it in and learning more than what I knew before, and having that knowledge now definitely is helpful and has made me a more open-minded person, which I didn't think was possible, but I definitely think that I have become more just evolved. I don't know how to explain it. And here are my 2 best and closest friends that I made in London. On the right we have Amari, and on the left there's Paula. I really do miss them. This is the day that we had a sleepover. And then of course, there's the dreaded day that I found out that I had to leave, which still to this day makes me very sad and often makes me cry. I was not prepared to leave when I did, and saying goodbye was incredibly hard. And here is my somewhat empty room, because 2 days to pack was a lot. Well, too short to be able to get everything in, but I tried my best. And here I am in my Uber on the way to the airport, moping. All in all, I definitely would recommend that everyone studies abroad at least once in their life, or just goes and lives somewhere different. It doesn't matter how you get there, just that you get there. But thank you, London. I am forever grateful for you, and I look forward to the day that I come back.